Welcome to Wednesdays with Wayne, and it is the beginning of April, and we've got some dreary weather out, but the weather is going to get much better, and it is going to be time for planting. I want to take you through a little walkthrough in the garden center. Stuff is arriving daily. Here's some forsythias that just came in with these massive yellow blooms on them. Forsythia is one of the earliest plants to bloom. We've got a whole series of lilacs. A lot of these are more compact and different varieties of lilacs. Again, that's kind of an all-time favorite for springtime. A little interesting pussy willow here, this one called Iceberg Alley, which gets a silver foliage, and then behind it is actually a pussy willow that gets more of a reddish flower to it. Over here we've got azaleas and rhododendrons. You want to be very careful with rhodos and azaleas because they do need an acidic soil and they need really good drainage. So putting rhodos and azaleas in heavy clay soil, the soil either should be amended or raised, or again, you should have more of a sandier loam or a sandy soil. So you want to be a little cautious of the azaleas and rhododendrons. On a larger scale, the magnolias are an all-time favorite for spring, blooming very early. You can see these are just getting ready to pop. Here in our tree lot, we are getting hundreds. Actually, we've gotten well over 1,000 trees. You can see the whole lot filling up. Brian is getting everything organized right now, putting all the trees in lines. We've got shade trees. We've got a lot of ornamentals. This is a cool one, Cornus Moss Golden Glory. This one just got finished blooming. We'll have crab apples and again, magnolias, and there are oaks and there are elms and there are sycamores. There's a lot of columnar trees too, which continue to be extremely popular. So the tree lot is really filling up, getting semi-loads practically on a daily basis. As I mentioned, it's been a really busy time. The semis and trucks are arriving daily. Yesterday we got about 5 semis. Today we're expecting another 4 of fresh nursery stock. A lot of this is from the West Coast, a lot of interesting conifers. Dwarf conifers, weeping conifers. So this weeping white spruce is one of our all-time favorites. Some beech have arrived here. Some columnar Norway spruce, Fat Albert, some baby blue spruce. So all kinds of interesting stuff. Here you can see where some of our racks have been delivered from nurseries. This is a lot of our custom perennial program. We get about 26,000 perennials custom grown for us. So that is really unique. We fill up the whole garden center with perennials. Here's another section too. Some of my favorite stuff coming from the West Coast, this whole assortment of greenery. Many of the dwarf conifers really fill in that void in the late fall and through the winter and early spring. And many of them are very slow growing, so they're super low maintenance. We got Deuce cutting open the boxwoods that have just arrived, and the team is on the truck with one more load of nursery stock that's here today. And again, we're expecting quite a few more. And let's end here with some of the beautiful Japanese maples and again, some of the interesting conifers from the West Coast. So get in here. Spring is a perfect time for planting. The selection is absolutely amazing. So thank you for joining Wednesdays with Wayne, sponsored by Niemeyer's Landscape Supply. And remember, beautiful landscapes start here.